The last one here is, how do you fix poor communication? And very simply, it's being proactive in the communication. So number one, you have to establish how and when communication will happen each week as it relates to the construction schedule. And I know a lot of guys don't want to give a full schedule out to the client, and I agree with that. If you give a full schedule right up front, you set the expectations that the job will be done during this time. But if there's any delays with either supplies or trades, you've essentially, now you're going back and you're apologizing. So I like the idea of giving a schedule week by week with a anticipated closing date, but understanding that that closing date or completion date will change. So number one, how do I give that schedule each week? If you're using a tool like a Buildertrend or a CoConstruct, it's very easy to do. You can just show them what will be happening this week with the schedule. But number two is, as far as communication is, how should the client ask questions or report issues? Because if we don't tell them how to ask questions or report issues, texting us, they'll just continue to text us, but we may lose the text. Maybe they're calling us, but we can't take the call, or it goes into voicemail, we miss it. Maybe they send us an email. We don't want that. Maybe we want to have it reported in a communication portal if we're using like a Buildertrend. So we have to tell them, here's how you need to report the issue. And of course, we need to acknowledge that we received it and give them a realistic expectation of when we will get back to them with the answer, or at least with dealing with their concern. And then the third one is, and I'm big on this, is that you have to survey the client during the different phases of construction. So a lot of these construction schedules now, between when the sale is made and when the actual job is completed, if you're in a big custom home, it can be more than a year. So there's a lot happening during that time. And there's a lot that happens just to get to the contract through design, engineering, permitting, et cetera, and the sales process. So we need to be surveying the client at different times throughout that, because they may have had an issue during the sales process, or they may have an issue they'd be happy during the sales process, but have an issue with the project manager during the construction process. So what we do is we survey them, proactively survey them, and ask for their feedback. We want to create that feedback loop for not only positive, hey, where did we do well? Or who on our team really performed well for you? Because we want to know about that. Or was there a negative issue? We want to know about that too. And if we have a negative issue, then we can use that as a coaching tool for an opportunity to coach up a staff. But more importantly, Diana, give you as the client an outlet. Because if we don't give you an outlet, what did you just say at the beginning of this conversation? I remember all the negative things. If we don't give you an outlet, you'll think of all the negative things, and now you go to Facebook, and you go to Google My Business, and you go to Houzz, and you go to any online platform you can find, and you post these negative reviews out there. Once that happens, you're done as a builder. There's really nothing you can do to recover from that, even if you're able to go back and satisfy the concerns or frustrations of the client. When they've left a review, good luck getting it down. So what we want to do is give them an outlet. If they have negative feedback, we keep that internal. We deal with it. When they have positive feedback, when they're happy, then we incentivize them to push that review out to online platforms. So we have positive reviews out there to counterset any negative ones that we might have. Final thoughts, Diana. That's the fix number 3 for proactive communication.
I think that's very important to just keep it simple. Answer to the phone, just send an email in advance, or inform the client about the status update. So those are my frustration about those simple things. Status update, when you will deliver, when it's ready, and just I can understand that it's a delay, a week or two, a month, a year, but just say it out loud so that I can plan and know how to prepare myself. It doesn't matter what it is, just say it out loud. Because other than that, I will think that you have some hidden agenda, and I will consider that I'm not important, and you take some other projects that are more important.
Very well said. You're right. And we do assume the worst when things aren't going our way. There is some sort of like I say, hidden agenda that you as a builder have against your client, which of course you're just busy, or you don't know either. So sometimes you just have to call people up and say, hey, we're trying to get an answer for this, and as
Yes.
soon as we have an answer, we will let you know. You
Exactly.
just have to, give them that update. So a status update when there's nothing to update is still a status update.
Exactly. Yeah. I have nothing to say to you. Yeah. Just say that. I have no updates. So nothing is happening. We are working to other projects, and we estimate we'll start to work on yours in 2 years from now. Just to let you know.
To let you know we haven't forgotten about you.
Exactly. So I really appreciate the communication like that than no communication.